In this mini-series, we're going to look at simple steps that we can take to improve our spoken fluency. I want to show you the things in English that you can focus on to help you to communicate your ideas as clearly as possible. Today, we're starting with linking words. Don't go anywhere. If you haven't met me, my name is Tom and I teach fresh, modern British English so that you can take your English to the next level and achieve your life goals. Today we're looking at linking words, and specifically linking words that are going to help us to contrast our ideas. Linking words are the words that we use to connect our ideas. They also help the listener to follow our thoughts and what we're trying to say. And because they help us to join our thoughts and our ideas, they're a great way to make us sound more fluent. Okay, I've got two sentences. Let's see what you think. My holiday was really expensive. I had a good time. My holiday was really expensive. I had a good time. Okay, two sentences. Not very connected though, are they? They're two sentences relating to the same subject, but they don't feel very connected. So what words can we use to connect them? Well, we've got a couple of words. Let's have a look. My holiday was really expensive, but I had a good time. But I had a good time. All right, so we've got but. Nice informal words. I'm sure most of you used it before. But I had a good time. How about this one? My holiday was very expensive. However, I had a good time. However, I had a good time. All right, so the same thing, contrasting two ideas. It's the same meaning as but maybe not quite so informal. Okay, what about slightly more formal again? My holiday was very expensive. Nevertheless, I had a good time. Nevertheless, I had a good time. So there, same meaning as however, but it's slightly more formal. Okay? So, fantastic. We've got three words that are connecting these two ideas. In terms of the position in a sentence, usually we don't put but at the beginning of a sentence, certainly not in written English. In spoken English, you might start with but. However, can go at the beginning or in the middle, sometimes at the end as well. Nevertheless, also can go in the middle, at the beginning, at the end, depending on the situation. If we want to make something that we've already said sound less strong, then we use these two words, mind you and still. Mind you and still. They're both quite informal, usually in spoken English. He's always late. Mind you, so am I. He's always late. Mind you, so am I. So I'm trying to contrast these two things. He's always late. I'm trying to soften that by saying, well, okay, me too. So maybe try to not sound so strong, or I don't want to sound mean. So yeah, he's always late, but okay, mind you, so am I. Maybe we're trying to provide some balance to what we're saying here. He's always late, but okay, mind you, so am I. I don't like my flat, still the location's pretty good. So I don't like my flat, still the location's pretty good. So again, I'm trying to soften that first thing by saying, well, okay, it's not a nice flat, but the location is okay. So try to soften it and maybe balance out what I'm trying to say. Now, a great linking word is although. Although. And we use this to contrast one clause with another clause. Often when maybe there's a surprising fact or something unexpected, then we'll use although. So, although I'm shy, I still like to meet new people. Although I'm shy, I still like to meet new people. So although is contrasting the fact that, okay, I'm shy, but surprisingly, I like to meet new people. So again, contrasting two things. So maybe something's slightly unexpected or a bit surprising, we'll contrast it in that way. They really love each other, although I don't think they're going to get married yet. They really love each other, although I don't think they're going to get married yet. Again, contrasting these two things. They really love each other, but I don't think they'll get married yet. So you kind of balance out these two things. We can also use even though in place of although. They're synonyms in this situation. Even though I'm shy, I like to meet new people. Even though I'm shy, I like to meet new people. Same meaning as although in this situation. If you want to compare two things and show that there is a big difference, you can use the word whereas. Bankers get paid millions, whereas nurses and teachers get paid nearly nothing. So whereas is contrasting these two ideas and showing how big a difference there is. Millions of pounds for the bankers, not a lot of money for the teachers and nurses. For example, my brother is amazing at football, whereas I'm terrible. My brother is amazing at football, whereas I'm terrible. Again, contrasting the difference between our abilities to play football. If we want to show surprise at two contrasting things, we can use yet, still, or in spite of. For example, I woke up super late today and yet I still managed to get to work on time. I woke up super late today and yet I still managed to get to work on time. So there, it's quite a surprising thing. I woke up really late, super late, and the surprising thing is that I got to work on time. So with yet or still or in spite of, we can show that surprise. Let me add in spite of to show you how I use that. So I put that at the beginning and I use it with an ing form. Okay, so in spite of waking up late, I got to work on time. So in spite of waking up late, I got to work on time. So you see it's in spite of and then waking, the ing form there. So in spite of waking up late, I got to work on time. Alright, so those are some really great linking words to join your ideas together and create more fluent sentences. I want to say a particular thank you to Ellen and Urara, who asked their question about how they can make more fluent sentences and sentences that are a little more complicated. So not just short sentences, but using words to join up their sentences to create longer structures. So a little thank you to Ellen and Urara who asked that question. I hope you found that useful. I will do more videos on linking words because I think they're really useful. We'll look at different categories of linking words and how best to use them. But today I just want to focus on words that helped us to contrast different ideas. Alright guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Remember, I've got new videos every Tuesday and every Friday, bringing you fresh, modern British English. This is Tom, the Chief Dreamer, saying goodbye.